lovelies. I'm dressed just like the other video. You are getting a video. I'm doing the annual Christmas collab with Tanya. Yay! I'm wearing the things I made. If you want to know how to make them, you'll have to watch that video. But I realized as I was wrapping up at the end, which you know it always takes me forever to wrap up anything, I realized that I was talking about myself and about you, and that didn't really belong in the collab. So I'm making this really short video that I will probably put out today. Just so you know that I appreciate you. I shared with you guys, was it last week or the week before? I don't even know. Time is meaningless. That I've been struggling a little bit with my apathy and my depression, and you guys are right, it's probably my antidepressants. Have I called the doctor about getting them fixed yet? No, because that's what apathy is. I don't want to do anything. It is super hard for me to get out of bed. I usually manage, well, I manage to wake up usually at 10 or 11. I go to bed around 4 or 5 a.m. I don't know why. That's just what's been happening. I am playing video games well into the early morning hours. And then when it's time for Joe to get up to go to work, then I go to sleep. Me and the puppies. So I usually wake up around 10 or 11. So I'm getting 5 or 6 hours sleep a night, which is actually not too bad because sometimes I don't get but 1 or 2. So, but then I don't really get out of bed first thing in the morning. I watch YouTube videos or just cuddle with the puppies and roll over and go back to sleep. Sometimes I turn on music. Sometimes I listen to podcasts, but I don't actually like get up. Sometimes I don't get up until noon or 1 o'clock. It's just the way of things. Then I do get up and I do my routine, at least. And then, you know, like I feed the puppies. And then that's, sometimes I do laundry when the laundry's ready to do. And I sweep the floor and I'll clean up the kitchen. Half of it, the counter portion. The counter and the stove and the sink. The rest of it we don't eat in here, so everything has accumulated once again. And I'm overwhelmed and don't know what to do about it. I mean, I know what to do, but I can't bring myself to do it. It's very, any hoodles, it's not about that. I'm struggling, you know I'm struggling, I told you I was struggling. So, I appreciate you guys though. Many of you have also struggled, and it's through you guys that I know it is probably my antidepressants. And I mean, I know that this is not going to be forever. I'm not going to be like this forever. It will get better. Everything always gets better. It might get worse before it gets better, but eventually it gets better. I have lived through way worse stuff than this. I lived through the passing of my Uncle Torrin, who I love. And I'm not going to cry right now, but I've been crying about him a lot lately. I know it's Christmas time, so that's what happens. My grandfather, who was like a dad. He basically was my father. I lived through that. I survived. I am still here. I have survived. If my grandma can live through it, losing her son and her husband and still be okay, although she's probably also depressed, I think we're all a little sad, then so can I, because she is a role model. I can be tough like that tiny little woman. But yeah, I don't like the way I feel. You guys have also shared that sometimes you feel this way and you don't like the way you feel. We all are in the suck together. And I appreciate you very much for letting me know. I appreciate you very much for reaching out to me, for encouraging words, for just saying, I'm sorry, it sucks. We're here if you need us. Knowing that you're out there, even if I'm not around or talking to you, but creepily stalking you as I tend to do, is good. It's good for me because I know you're there. If I need you, like if I am in desperate straits, I know. I even have some of y'all got your phone numbers. I can just call you and go, just tell me about your day. Just tell me what happened. So it's nice. I have a safety blanket, and a lot of people don't have a safety blanket, so I am incredibly lucky to have you guys, and I know it. I know it. I appreciate you. I really do. I gotta, I don't know. I gotta get out of this funk. We are going up to see the fam at Christmas time. Maybe that will help. Maybe it'll help, just being around my mom, and my gram, you know, and the babies. Maybe that will help. It could. It could help. Just traveling, getting out of this house, because I don't want to leave this house. I feel very... And then we had a big snow, which just made it worse, because as soon as it snows, I want to hibernate and never get out of bed. We had like 10 inches of snow. There's still snow outside right now, which is why we're in the kitchen, for all that extra natural light coming in through the French doors. Yeah. I'm basically a big bear. I am losing weight though, because I no longer really feel like eating, which is good because I have like 200 pounds to lose. So that's the bright side. I don't really feel like eating. I'm probably down to about 600 calories a day. So hopefully now the weight will come off, especially since I'm back to not really wanting to move. I might challenge myself to learn one piece of BTS choreography. BTS has helped me a lot. I know that sounds dumb. This is my little Korean boys. But their music's really happy. It got me through the chili cook-off. I don't even know if I updated you guys. I won the chili cook-off. I went to, my friend Jackie does chili cook-off every year, and Joe and I go, the two of us. And usually I make the chili and he helps, right? So I didn't mean to make that face where it made like, oh, he helps. When I do my chili, he smokes me a brisket, so he does help, because I put a brisket in my chili along with the normal recipe, which you guys mostly have. I might add a few extra little things, but I'm sure you guys do too. You have extra little things you like to add to yours. So, anyhoodles, yeah. So usually we work together. Well, this year he decided he was making his own. I beat him. Holla. Yeah. So I always look forward to the chili cook-off, you know, getting out, seeing everybody. It's great, because, you know, my social life is minimal. My social life includes John and Amber occasionally, and Joe. Yep, that's my social life. So, my husband is my social life. I don't really have friends here. There are some people I have on Facebook, and I have met some wonderful folks through John and Amber, but like, we don't hang out. I'm home, and if I'm not invited to places, I don't like to go. And even when I am invited, I still don't want to go. My poor friend Julia, who is also a bandmate and used to invite me all the time, and I was just like, Now, granted, I had endo at the time and really knew I would be a pain in the butt, but yeah, I still don't want to go anywhere. So, I mean, my lack of social life is my own. This is my own fault. I don't go out and make friends. I make friends fairly easily. I do. I like all sorts of things, so I can usually talk about any kind of topic you want to talk about. I probably know a little bit about it, or maybe you do something interesting and I'll ask you a million questions because I like to know things, because I'm that person. So me not having any friends is my fault, and that's fine. I'm owning it. But yeah, so every now and then we do something social, like the chili cook-off. But yeah, I didn't want to go. I just didn't feel like it. But I went for Joe because doing stuff for myself is difficult, but doing stuff for Joe is much easier. I don't know why, it just is. So he wanted to go because he wanted to win. Well, you guys know I'm kind of competitive. I like to win. So I won. I won. But yeah, I listened to my little Korean boys all day, just on repeat, on shuffle, on Spotify. Joe let me have Spotify for Christmas Premium. Yay! Yeah. Poor Joe. Just all day. Putting my makeup on. Getting dressed. Cooking my chili. Getting everything. Just constant. He's going to know all the Korean lyrics to all the songs. Or what sounds like, because I don't know Korean, guys. Surprise. Although every now and then there's Japanese words in there. So is Korean and Japanese really similar? Because I know I hear Japanese words. I know they have Japanese releases. I recognize those. But sometimes Korean and Japanese have some similarities, is all I'm saying. Any hoodles. Maybe through osmosis I might learn Korean. So it got me through it. It got me going. I went at a good time. I don't think anybody noticed that I was depressed. And then we came home. And then it took me 3 days to recover. Because that was a lot of sociability for me, and it just is rough on me when I'm out and about in the world. I like retreat back into my shell. I never used to have a shell. I've always been an extrovert, and I'm just not anymore. It's weird. I'm still an extrovert, but you have to get me someplace. You have to drag me kicking and screaming to someplace. Once I'm there, I'm fine. The act of getting me there is hard. Why is that? It's so weird. I'm glad we can talk about this stuff now, you guys. I'm glad that we live in 2018 where I can tell you all my crazy thoughts and weirdnesses, and you guys are like, yep, I'm picking up what you're putting down. I totally understand what you mean. Because seriously, if we talked about this stuff like when I was very young, if anybody ever talked like this, it's like straight to the loony bin, because you're clearly crazy and disturbed and there's something wrong with you. It's not that there's anything wrong with us. It's just feelings are feelings, and our brain chemistry is a little wonkus right now. It's just a little weird. So things are not. Maybe it's the fact that I'm 42 years old and I'm just slowing down in my old age. I don't know. Things. And there's Daenerys. Oh, because Daddy's coming home. So anyways, I'll cut this short. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for sharing of yourselves, for giving of yourselves, for being the awesome people you are. I am really proud of myself that I managed to cultivate you, my lovelies. I have cultivated you throughout the years. I do have, hands down, the greatest group of subbies on YouTube. I firmly believe it. You may be a tiny, small army, but you are mine, and you are the most excellent people. I have like the best people on the planet are mine. So I'm kind of proud of me for that. All right. I love you guys. I will see you next week. We will have hair. I promise. We have to have our illuminated holiday style, or I'll just stab myself in the eye. Not really. I'm not wanting to self-harm. Don't panic. Like, I'm not suicidal or anything. None of that. None of those. No. We're good. So, any hoodles. I love you guys, and I will see you next week for sure. Also, there'll be a video up tomorrow. For sure, because it's already filmed. I just gotta edit, which I'm about to do. Okay, love you guys, and I will see you very soon. Yay! Have a great weekend. Be good at it. Love you. Bye.